statements. Statements and bills and motions work the same. They are all instruments for you to be able to make change. I cannot mention to you how many bills I've written. Rastaman, I've done a number of bills. I think my bills in Parliament are 7 right now. I'm the first person in this country, if you know, people call the ECD teachers. ECD teachers, up until I came to Parliament, were being paid 6,000 to 7,000. And these are the people who stay with our children. These are the people who give the nation character, because if our children don't get a good start in life, we cannot go anywhere. Any nation measures itself by how you treat your children and your women. Yet the people who spend most time with our women and our children are the ECD teachers, and they're paid 7,000 shillings. My brother here told you about the amount of you need to stay in Nairobi and to survive in Nairobi is 25,000. The minimum wage is 15,000, and ECD teachers paid 7,000 across the country. So I brought a bill in Parliament. My first bill in Parliament was to increase the minimum wage for ECD teachers, specifically to 30,000 at the very least. And it has passed the Senate. Is now in the National Assembly. Hopefully it will pass. It will pass. I don't have a lot of time to tell you all the bills I've been working on. But even the statement that is talking about the gentleman from Migori, I am the one who actually brought that in the face of government and in the face of the Senate, and did the oversight role that I'm about to do on county government. And I like what we call voiding, where somebody goes and asks money from the control of budget to pay X number of contractors, but ikifika kwa IFMIS, the contractors are not there. It's now a whole one vote to one commercial account. I'm the one who highlighted it. They call me the whistleblower because I do my job as a young person. But let me tell you something. You as young people, when you look at all politicians with the same eye, that all politicians are corrupt, they are bad, what you end up doing is you kill your own. Because we don't have the same muscles and money that the bigger politicians have. And when our voices try to be heard in those spaces, a governor today will go, mobilize the same young people, give you some money, you stone at my car, you shout me down in meetings, and therefore my voice cannot be heard. You need to spend time to understand some of the parliamentarians who actually have a purpose in that house. Some of us were earning better. Florence will tell you, I was earning better as a corporate person who was doing, development in the ICT world. And today, I'm earning way less than what I was earning. But I believe in the possibility of this country that we can all earn way less, but we are all earning, than a few people earning way more, and they are only 10% of our country, and 90% is not earning. That's why we are in Parliament, and we're trying to cause that change. So the bills are there. And it's equal to the issue of giving back. Some of us will not tell you what we are doing, bro. But I am not married. I don't have any children that I have of my own. But I can tell you for a fact that I have got 111 children that I'm taking to school. Among those, 11 I've taken outside this country, 5 in the US, and I've taken another 6 to South Africa. And some of them, we take them to school even without, whatever I can be able to do, I'll do to help. What I cannot be able to do, I will not lie to you that I cannot do it and I cannot do it. I think lastly, the issue that has been raised to me here is the issue of who is government. Okay, I don't want to ignore that. Yes, there are 3 arms of government, but the executive has got a role of implementing on government policies. They are the people we give the money to implement. The parliament in Kenya is more a law-making body, and then an oversight body, and then most importantly, a representational body. It represents you where the executive wanataka kuchezea. And that happens both in national government and in county government. What we need to ask is what is the national government supposed to do and what is the county government supposed to do. Because our constitution under Schedule 4 has devolved things that I consider mostly basic need problems to the county government, agriculture, water, healthcare, and then left more territorial problems to the national government. Our biggest problem are two. As we devolved the government, we also devolved corruption. And because young people are obsessed with national politics, sometimes we end up missing what's happening in our counties. And that's why some of us are in very, very big trouble, because most of you are following national politics, and when I'm talking in my county, you miss a lot that I'm saying there, when there are a lot of corruption deeds that are happening there. When Sifuna is talking about things in Nairobi, perhaps because Nairobi is a primate county, when somebody is talking about Lamu, you will miss it. But there is where the money for basic need problems is getting wasted, that we also must fight. The Senate to keep on fighting for proper utilization of resources at the county level. But as I finish, because I have to rush, I had another meeting. Today has been a big day. For those who are in the side of ODM, there are things that are happening in town. So I was in another meeting. As I finish, I want to tell you this, that as a country and as a people, I have traveled this world, I think, twice over. Because I've been in almost all the countries in Africa, and I've been in Europe, I've been in Asia, I've been in America, I studied there. And what I've learned as young people is that something called a nation exists. Project Kenya exists. What we must fight harder is anything that divides us on the basis of our tribes, where we were born. Because the reason why we are seated here is because where we were born does not define whether we live or we die. Because here we are one people and one Kenya, and if you find an opportunity to give a Kikuyu, because my brother there had asked about why are people in Migori giving other people opportunities, or give opportunity to a Kisi, or give an opportunity to a Somali, just remember that they are Kenyans, and after 100 years, when you are all dead and nobody can remember about you, your children will say, there lived once upon a time a Kenyan who gave a fellow Kenyan an opportunity to be a better person, to live with dignity like a human being. And I hope that we can all assist each other to just live like human beings, because in this life, we're just passing by and leaving our generations to a country that they inherited from us, that we have just borrowed from them. I thank you so much, and I wish you well as you continue the program.
And all these things do happen in our parliament. So me, I want to, first of all, I've seen also some members of parliament here. Can you people make yourself available for us? And I'm taking this on a personal basis. When parliamentarians, you come to campaign, you are so close to the people. I believe you will not change, because once you are in that house, accessing you people becomes so hard for even what my brother here has to reach you, so that you take it as a bill. You know, maybe you have something in your mind, which is okay, but as Oscar Kambona, I might have some good idea, which I just wanted to share with you, not necessarily wanting your money, but because you think that's the nature of us Kenyans, you don't get that opinion, and you waste a lot of money on benchmarking in other countries. When in your own country, there are issues, and we can help you sort our own issues. So one of the things I would want us to...
We don't, and you know, when Peter Salasia puts his salary online, and then sometimes some of you laugh. It is true that sometimes, because of obligation we give to our people, and the expectation that we have with our people are calling me for medicine, for food, for education. We don't have that money. But we just believe that if I talk to 1 or 2, 3 people, both in the country and abroad, we can be able to help some people. But I don't need to go outside there and parade all the 111 people. Do you allow me to?
Yes.
I'll prefer to get up on this. I'll start with you and tell you, bro, you matter. You might think that the things you say once or twice or online or anywhere, nobody's listening to. I always tell people, you never know how long you live in this life. Okay? But in your deathbed, there is only one question you can ask yourself. Will it matter for Kenya, and will it matter for Africa that you lived? And most of the young people that I watch talk and I meet like you and say the things you have said, it will matter to me as a Kenyan that you lived. I can assure you that. That's the first thing I have to say. And I say it because after the 2022 elections, we spent time going to demonstrate more than the Gen Zs have ever done. And I saw this young man, Odinga come. He made me a little bit emotional. This gentleman you are seeing here are some of the people that I've been fighting for when we talk about this broad-based government. When you see Ruto, President Ruto and Honorable Raila Odinga signing agreements, we always see the two. But behind the two, people who actually make things like fighting for democracy work, people who actually make things like the idea that we are fighting for human rights work, is the swath of young people who have always sat behind those people. You don't see them. I was the last mandamano that Baba did. I've always been in all mandamanos that Baba do. But the last mandamano that Baba did, this young man almost died. I saw it with my own eye. Because I was in the back of a car and he was trying to protect Honorable Martha Karua, and I had to leave and come in the middle of that dust to rescue him. Because he was swamped in the tear gas and the bullets that were being fired at that time in those front vehicles, and pleading with the police that all we do is want our rights. I've seen him here and it has made me very emotional. And let me use this platform to tell you that not all politicians want what we call clout chasing. Some of us might not be there to do some videos and TikToks and be known for controversial statements, but we know the voices of young people fighting for this country. And when we find ourselves in those tables, we tell those people with power that somebody like Odinga, first of all, deserves a thank you. He is a hero. He has fought for this country. You might not have seen it, but we saw it. And I'm seeing a lot of many young people here. I'm seeing my sister there, the lady called Florence. She has fought so much on the street for us to be where we are as a country. So all I'm saying is that these young people you're seeing here, these young people must be protected in all deals the government are making. I would want to see, Odinga is more a qualified PS for me than somebody who's educated, because he has fought for it. He can learn and he can do well. If you look at those young people who are there, Mande who is there, these young people have fought for this country. And I'm telling you, not politically, I have seen them being battered and beaten in the streets. So what I wanted to tell you, my brother, you matter. And you matter because I've talked about this young man that I've seen here. Odinga said, I'm so blessed to see you.
Na kitu ni National Youth Council. Hii kitu mumachia wazee ambao wanarun. Hapo ndio tunafaa tuchape. So nyinyi mkikaa hapa mnathibitisha sijui bili saidie vijana saidie nini. Hiyo tu ni kama kucheza mchezo wa town. Alafu tunaongea lugha ya town. Alafu tunafanya tabia ya town. Hiyo haiwezi wezeka. Ni high time vijana. NYC ile iko pale imelala. Tuinyoroshe. Tuende sahihi. Baada ya NYC ni high time vijana. Tukilemiza si through NYC kwa sababu mtu mzee ndio chairman wa NYC yako na around 75 years. President wa NYC ambaye yuko ako around 55 years. Awe kijana uko hapo uko na 25 26 uko sawa unapresentwa na mtu ambao uko na 95 years. Is that really normal? So ni high time vijana muamke mjipiganie. Hakuna neno la hapanga hapa. Hii ni mchezo wa town. Asante. Tunaweza amuka tupige hapo sasa.
Just you're selective. He wanted to speak right from the beginning, so I'll have him make a comment.
I'm working on, but that is my simple assessment of why it is difficult to actually solve the issue of information asymmetry in government. There's just no talent that understand this space in government spaces compared to the corporate sector.